On this special episode of Keeping It Real with Alex Cardinale, you will find out why Alex quit his job as lead cashier at Palm Beach Zoo gift shop. The question has been a popular one ever since Alex announced on social media he no longer works for the Palm Beach Zoo gift shop. People want to know why. Why, Alex? Why did you leave the Palm Beach Zoo gift shop? Tonight, on this episode, you will get your answer. The answer is 100% truth and is the real answer. Some of you may not like it, but it is the God-honest truth and is spoken with 100% authentic honesty. Now here is Alex Cardinale.
Hello everyone, I'm your host Alex Cardinale. Welcome to this special edition of Keeping It Real with Alex Cardinale. Tonight I have a really special topic for you. You know, in April of 2022, I was hired by the Palm Beach Zoo to work as a cashier in their gift shops. And a lot of you were very excited. And for a while, I was very happy working at the Palm Beach Zoo gift shop. And I lasted at the Palm Beach Zoo gift shop from April to late September of this year. And when I announced on my social media that I was leaving the Palm Beach Zoo gift shop and that I had quit the Palm Beach Zoo gift shop, a lot of you reached out to me and asked what was wrong and why I was leaving. And I am forever grateful for that. So I decided, instead of doing a social media post announcing the reasons I left, I decided that I would do a live stream here on Facebook and YouTube addressing my departure at the Palm Beach Zoo gift shop. So before we even get started today, I would like to point out that what I'm talking about is not directly related to the zoo itself. I have no problems whatsoever with the Palm Beach Zoo. However, I have problems with the Palm Beach Zoo gift shop that is owned and operated by Event Network and the current management that is taking over the Palm Beach Zoo gift shop. Everything that I say on today's show is 100% truth. It is my personal experience, and I'm going to share it with all of you verbatim so you can understand why I left a job that I kind of enjoyed for a while. I mean, the best thing about working at the Palm Beach Zoo gift shop was interacting with the guests and seeing all the animals. Because if you know me, you know I love animals. I'm a tropical fish keeper by heart. I love dogs, I love birds, and I love all sorts of animals. So being able to be around animals every day was a pleasure of mine, and I am forever thankful for that. And I'm also a people person. I have great customer service skills, which is why I was very shocked that I never got what I wanted in what would have been a great asset to the gift shop. So today, I'm going to answer all those messages that you sent to me. Why, Alex, why? Why did you quit the Palm Beach Zoo gift shop? And in every one of those messages, I told you at a certain point in time, I would do a YouTube video addressing it. And that is the video today. Now, I left with a sour taste in my mouth. So a lot of the things that I'm going to say aren't going to be what people are expecting to hear or what people are going to want to hear. But it is 100% the truth. So I'm just letting you guys know some of the things that I'm going to say on today's show aren't going to be what you want to hear, but or what you expect to hear, but is absolutely the truth. So just letting you know that I'm going to keep it 100% real with you. And this is not a professionally hosted show. I'm going to keep it 100% real and tell you how I really feel. Because, like I said, I'm an open book all the time. And if I disagree with something, if I feel that something is an injustice, I'm going to speak out against it. And that's what's going to go on today's show. So Enzo is in the house. Hey Enzo, how are you? Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoy our video today. Thank you so much for stopping by. So before I get started, I would like to let everyone know that everything that is said on today's show is 100% true. Now, I do understand that there are two sides to every story. So what I am saying is my personal side and has happened to me personally and is my truth of the matter. So feel free to post your thoughts on this matter in the comments. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. 2022 professionally has been one hell of a year. In 2022, I started off as a host at Texas Roadhouse, and I ended up leaving Texas Roadhouse for similar reasons to the Palm Beach Zoo gift shop, and that was because they did not recognize all the hard work I was putting in, and I did not get promoted. But anyways, I left Texas Roadhouse in February, Super Bowl and Valentine's weekend, and I did spend a few months unemployed. But in March of 2022, I was hired by Event Network, which owns the gift shop that is operated by the Palm Beach Zoo. So I was hired as a cashier. And what was an immediate red flag for me was that it took multiple weeks for me to begin working. And when I say multiple weeks, I'm talking about 4, 5, maybe even 6 weeks. Every week I would check in to see when I would get my schedule, and I was always given the same answer. I don't know. We're waiting on your background check. I don't know. We're waiting on your background check. That took about 4 or 5 weeks. And that was an immediate red flag to me because what job takes 5 or 6 weeks for a background check? But I let it slide and I said maybe it's because it's from another state where I lived in Massachusetts. But anyway, eventually the background check cleared and I started working at the Palm Beach Zoo gift shop. I believe I started in mid-April. So several months ago, I started working at the Palm Beach Zoo gift shop. And like I said, I started working as a cashier. So my first few months were uneventful. They were very good. As a matter of fact, I made friends with a lot of people at the Palm Beach Zoo my first few months working at the gift shop. And a lot of the people that I made friends with were actually customers that went into the Palm Beach Zoo to see the animals and come into the gift shop. A lot of them were frequent shoppers. So I saw a lot of them in the gift shop and I remain friends with them to this day. And some of them know the story before I do today's video, and some of them were like, "You did the right thing by leaving." So for from April to June, everything was pretty well. However, I do want to point out that from when I first started working at the Palm Beach Zoo, there was no manager, so there was no authority when I was working at the Palm Beach Zoo my first few months. So there was no way to understand um, the way of things for the business because there was no manager. But in June, the event network did hire a manager. A new store director took over Palm Beach Zoo gift shop. And when I first met her, I thought she was a very nice person. But personally speaking, I felt like she was more geared to being a manager of Hot Topic because she was a blonde lady with tattoos all over her body. And when I think of someone that's going to manage a store and essentially be like the store owner, you think of someone that's going to be more of a business acumen, very professional looking and very professional. But this person had tattoos all over the place, earrings and nose rings. So it was a very, very suspicious sight. But you can't always judge a book by the cover. So my first few months working with this person was very good, I guess you could say. So I did really great work for my first 3 months at the Palm Beach Zoo gift shop. So in June, I got promoted to head cashier, which I was really excited about. Now, basically, a head cashier is somebody that opens and closes whatever store they're working in. They also have some authority. Management often gives head cashiers authority to do other things that essentially helps management and all the other managers. However, I did not know that at the time, and all I was given to do at the Palm Beach Zoo gift shop was open and close registers. That was about it. So, technically speaking, was I really a lead head cashier? The answer is no. I was just literally given that name to like satisfy my needs at the time because I really wanted to be a sales lead. So when she promoted me to head cashier, it was of the understanding that eventually I would be promoted to sales lead, which is fine. I agree with that because I wanted to work my way up to being a sales lead. So I worked my ass off throughout the summer, and eventually I had reached a point where I thought I had did enough to get that promotion, but I never did. Now there were a couple of coworkers before me that had gotten the promotion, and they did deserve it. One of those coworkers I thought I was a good friends with, but it turns out that she backstabbed me to get that promotion, and that really pissed me off now that I think about it, because she pretended for so many months to be my bestie or my best friend, but in reality, she was just doing that so that she could get that position, and I would be screwed out of that position. So it turns out in the workplace, you cannot trust coworkers because not all of them are your friends, and I've learned that the hard way. Anyway, another coworker I had made a small assumption about, and that turned out to be a big deal. So on July 4th of this year, I made a mistake about a coworker. I had assumed because she posted something on social media that she was drinking on the 4th of July, and I had told my friend that I think that she's drinking. So I admit that I did that, but that was the only thing that was said that I actually did because everything else that was said, I did not do. However, I apologized to that coworker, and both the coworker and I involved moved on. So it should never have been brought up in the future because it was all said and over with. So after July 4th, I thought that incident was over with because that said coworker eventually left Palm Beach Zoo gift shop as well. And her very last day that she left Palm Beach Zoo gift shop, she said to me, Alex, you need to be very careful here. There's a lot of snakes here. There's a lot of backstabbers. None of those people that you think are friends with you are your actual friends. And I didn't know what to say when she told me that. I thought it was just she was angry because she had left Palm Beach to gift shop. So when she said that to me, I took it with a grain of salt. But thinking back now, I think she was giving me hints that I needed to stop being friends with a certain somebody because that certain somebody was running back and telling the management everything that I was saying, even though everything I was saying was not bad and it did not affect my job performance. All right. So we know what happened on July 4th with that coworker. So sometime in middle to late July, I got called into the manager's office. The first time someone had told my manager that I did some bad things. So the first time I got called into the manager's office, someone was making bad lies about me. So the first time I got called into the manager's office, someone was lying about me. They were making up stories about me saying things and saying things about people that I never said. The second time I was called into the manager's office, I was told that I did some bad things that I did not do. So someone was lying for whatever reason. They were lying about me saying things that I did not say and doing things that I did not say. So I chalked it up to someone was jealous that I was potentially getting promoted to the sales lead, because why else would someone purposely lie about something that I did not say and lie about bad things that I did not do? And every time I asked for clarification about what things were said and what bad things were done, the manager never gave me clarity. She never told me what was going on. So that was a huge red flag in my head. I'm like, if someone's telling you bad things about me and they're saying that I'm doing bad things, wouldn't you let me know what's going on? Because it's a very weird thing to be involved in, especially if I am one of your best workers and someone is saying that I am doing bad things. You would want to let your employee know so that they can correct them instead of just telling them, oh, someone's telling me bad things about you and not telling me what I'm doing. So that was a huge red flag. Sorry about that. My camera got disconnected. So that happened in middle to late July. And that's when I first got called into the manager's office. And that's when I first realized someone was an enemy there. And I needed to figure out who it was, but I couldn't. So anyway, after that, I let it slide because it's not worth the trouble. Um, After that, I went to work every day and it was pretty good. But there was one day in late July, early August, that I had busted my ass and I noticed my work was going unnoticed and unappreciated. So I had cleaned Market. Now, Market is the biggest gift store in the Palm Beach Zoo. It's a huge gift shop. There's toys, apparel, plush everywhere. So I had taken the time to clean that gift store, and by the time I was done, it was a lot of work. And we're in South Florida, and it's 80 degrees outside. So I had cleaned Market and resized and folded all the shirts. However, the Palm Beach Zoo gift store employees, we had a group chat on our phones where we would talk about business and everything going on in the gift store. So a sales lead had posted in the group chat that not one employee had done anything in the marketplace gift shop to clean it up. Now, obviously, because I had taken the time to clean it up and make it look nice, I took offense to it and I contacted the manager, voicing my displeasure with basically being said, oh, nothing was done in the marketplace gift shop. The sales lead was trying to take credit for all the cleaning that had taken place in the marketplace gift shop. And that really pissed me off because that's like saying, hey, he never did anything. So when I contacted the manager to let her know that I was upset, I was told, you know what, it's not fair you're getting me involved in the situation. It's not fair you're texting me on my day off. You should speak with the sales lead. It sounds like a constructive criticism issue. It sounds like you can't take constructive criticism. And I was like, holy fuck, did this bitch just say this to me? This bitch is supposed to be running the store, and she's telling me that it's okay for one of her managers to say, like, I didn't do anything, and I was just sitting there, and that I didn't clean the marketplace gift shop. So I was really upset when I heard that and I got that text message. I was so upset that I was going to send back a cuss written text message, but I didn't, because that's when I started to realize that maybe this boss is not the best person to work for. If I'm not that big of a concern for you, almost to the point that me texting you is a bother, why should I be reliable to you? Why should I be on time every day? Why should I even bother coming to work? Because really, $10 an hour doesn't mean shit to me. So that was the point in time I was like, you know what? Fuck Palm Beach Zoo gift shop. My life and my time is worth a hell of a lot more than a fucking lousy $10 an hour. But like an idiot, I went back to work for some whatever reasons unbeknownst to me. I think it was because that one friend that I thought was a friend talked me back into coming. It's because they know that I was really good there and I have excellent customer service skills. Anyway, in late August, I was once again brought to the manager's office. This time I was told there was more stuff that was being said through me. They were telling me that more lies were coming out and I was saying more lies. And I was like, wow, this is really bizarre. They were saying things that I never spoke to my manager directly, things that I never said to anybody. So words were being put in my mouth once again. Now, something that I should have said to the manager that day was, are you repeating my words or the words chosen for me? Because those were things that I did not say. I was then told that very same day that I would not be getting the promotion that I wanted. I would not be getting the promotion that I deserved, the promotion I really looked forward to and wanted. And that promotion was basically a sales lead. And a sales lead in a gift store is um, assistant manager, basically. Not really manager, but an assistant to the store director. So basically, you help with customer issues, you help with scheduling. You basically do everything the store director does when she's not there. And if I know myself, I know that I was 100% fit for that position because, like I said, I am a people person. I am very easy to get along with. I have great customer service skills and I do what I'm told, and I don't have any issues staying later, working harder, coming in earlier. So I know that I am a valuable MVP for anywhere that I work. And when I was told, oh, you're not getting the promotion because so and so is saying this about you, so and so is saying you did this, so and so is saying you did that, that was like a slap in my face. You know, I took it as, oh, I'm valuing this person's opinion more than your own opinion. Like when I tried to say, oh, I didn't say anything or I didn't do that, or when I said, why don't you tell me what that person said that I said, or why don't you tell me what that person said that I did, and I can say if I did it or not. But like I said, every time I tried to combat what she was saying, there was no evidence, there was nothing. So how can I know what was being said was true? So basically, one of the biggest reasons that I left the Palm Beach View gift shop was workplace drama that was not caused by me. And it was also failure to communicate and also a lie because you can't tell someone you're going to promote them and then 2 months later change your mind. And that's one of the reasons why I left. But there's more to the story that I have yet to get into. So I'm trying to, let's see, computer's acting up here. There we go. Sorry about that. I have to get a new laptop. This thing's acting up. But anyway, I'm trying to frame this story so you can understand it better. Now, that same day that I was told that I would not be getting promoted and I would never get promoted, I made the decision that I would not work until my scheduled time to go home. I believe I had like 5 hours left on my shift. After the boss told me, you know what, you're not getting promoted, you're never going to get promoted, I hope you understand. I said, you know what, sure, because I knew I was going to leave. So I ended up clocking out. I left early, went home, and that very same day, I texted my manager that I needed to take a medical leave for my mental health because at that point, they were very detrimental to my mental health. With all the lies that were being said that I said, with everything that I was being accused of doing, and then, of course, fighting for the promotion, it was taking a toll on my mental health. And that is not something that I needed. So when I texted that to my manager, she replied with I think it was a 2-letter response. It was okay. So that medical leave was never granted, nor was it denied, and it basically didn't go anywhere, which is another red flag. Because if you have an employee telling you that needs to go on a medical leave because your employment is very detrimental to your mental health, wouldn't you be taking that seriously and giving that employee that that time off that is needed? So I don't know what happened, but for the next couple of days, I shut my phone off, didn't answer any phone calls, none of that bullshit. But I hanged out with that person that I thought was my friend, and she recommended to me that I began searching for another job because I think she knew eventually they were either going to terminate me, let me go, or end my contract or whatever. So I ended up going back. And a week later, I came back knowing that eventually I would be leaving the Palm Beach Zoo gift shop. So the day I came back there, I started applying for new jobs. And as a matter of fact, as I was working in a marketplace gift shop, the gift shop that has no air conditioning, by the way, I was always throwing in there. I was the only one that constantly worked in the marketplace gift shop. I used that time on my phone, and I also brought my laptop to apply for other jobs. And this one job where I'm currently working now, I thought I had no chance of getting hired um, because it's for a position that is much better than the position I had at the Palm Beach Zoo gift shop. But you know what? What ended up happening 2 days later, I had an interview. And in those 2 days, the interview went smoothly. I ended up making friends with the interviewer, and that interviewer today is my current boss. And what ended up happening, I ended up getting hired at Sprouts, and now I am making triple what I was making at Palm Beach Zoo gift shop. And you know what? It feels great to be working for a company that values their employees. You're not just an employee there, you're a human being. And that's what I like about my new job. And everyone is so friendly at my new job. There are no backstabbers at my new job. But again, from this Palm Beach Zoo, I know not to trust anybody. So, anyways, 2 days later, I was hired by my current job. Now, there were some options on the table for what I was going to do with my Palm Beach Zoo job. Was I just going to abandon it and never show up again? Was I going to show up there and say, fuck you, I'm done? No, what I ended up doing, the professional thing, I wrote a letter, and the last date that I put on that letter was 2 days following the hire of my new job. So the new job hired me and they wanted me to start on that Monday. So on that letter, I had put that my last day was going to be a Saturday. And they were really pissed at that because they wanted a 2 weeks notice. And I said to myself, well, you don't deserve a 2 week notice. And I said to myself, too fucking bad. Now you know how disappointment and betrayal feels. Because I was busting my ass for you for $10 an hour, and all I wanted was a promotion, and there was 1,000 excuses of why I could not get promoted. And someone somewhere was making up lies about things that I said and things that I didn't do. But whatever, it is what it is. So that is basically in a nutshell what happened. But there's more. Yes, there's more. My very last day working at the Palm Beach Zoo gift shop was completely horrible. It was horrible. I was treated like a dog or a wild animal, and I don't get it. I don't get it at all because I would never talk to someone the way that I was talked to. So a little bit of a backstory about this one. So the store manager was not present at the store this day. It was actually an off day, and the sales leads that were hired after me that were supposed to be there called out. And it was a constant thing. They always called out. They never showed up. They always called out. And that, again, led to me thinking, why are you hiring people you don't know to be sales lead? And that's why they're calling out. You can't trust them. When you simply could have just made me the sales lead and know that I would have been there and I would have busted my ass for you. But that's besides the point. Anyway, the sales lead that I thought was my friend ended up talking to the store director, and the store director literally told her, they're going to tell Alex that he needs to go up, stand outside in the rain. They're going to close the store for a half an hour, and Alex is just going to have to stand outside and tell the guests the store is closed until I get there to reopen the store. So basically, they assumed that A, I was going to steal something from the store, or that I was going to take off and leave the store empty handed, which you know me is not going to happen because I am a professional and I am a good person. I have money. I don't need to steal anything. But what that did was leave a bitter taste in my mouth. That was a professional insult. You don't ever talk to an employee that way. You don't ever treat an employee that way. That's like treating them like a criminal, like a dog. As soon as I heard that I had to go stand outside in the rain and I could not be inside the gift store when no one was there, I was fucking pissed. I basically went to the other bigger gift store and I had to talk with someone that I was friends with at the Palm Beach Zoo. And I was like, can you really believe this bitch is saying this? And I was like, nobody on this earth stands up to me like that. And I was so pissed, I was ready to, like, punch her in the face when I saw her. But they calmed me down and said, you can just leave. And I was like, yeah, I should just leave. But I didn't. I stayed because, I'm a professional. When I'm contracted to do something, I'm going to do it. But now that I'm no longer employed there, I can speak my mind and share how I was treated, which is why I'm doing that on today's show, because I want other people to know that the Palm Beach Zoo gift shop is not as great of a job as you may think it is. It's not operated right. It's a shit show. It literally is a complete shit show. It's like a pony show. I mean, you've got your lions, bears, tigers, and you've got your comedians and people that are willing to backstab you. So that is my story. That is the backstory why I quit Publix, or excuse me, why I quit the Palm Beach Zoo. There is no reason on this world I would quit simply. It takes a lot of things for me to quit anything because I am not a quitter. So let's recap, shall we? Here are the reasons why I ended up quitting the Palm Beach Zoo gift shop. I tried my best to explain it as best as I can. So, one of the biggest reasons was that someone backstabbed me for reasons unknown. And that is something that I can let slide because it happened in every workplace. Then again, another reason was that I was micromanaged. In other words, I had no authority. In other stores, a head cashier does have authority. Here at the Palm Beach Zoo gift shop, I had zero. I did not get to do any of the things an actual head cashier does. I mean, the only thing I was able to do was open and close a register. But anyone with a brain can do that. A 5-year-old can open and close a register. So that again was a personal insult. Also, everything was way too serious at the Palm Beach Zoo gift shop. I mean, a lot of times I said to myself, why so serious here? It's supposed to be a fun environment, not a corporate board meeting or a meeting at a business. It's a zoo. Guests are coming to have fun. The employees should be expected to have fun and not be in a corporate board meeting. Every time I would crack jokes, I would be told you need to get professional. So, like, you couldn't make jokes there. I was told it had to be professional 100% of the time. And I was like, okay, whatever. Another reason why I left the Palm Beach Zoo, like I said, failure to promote within. Every time I saw new sales leads getting hired, it pissed me off beyond measure because you simply just could have promoted me and you wouldn't have to have interviews and hire new people. And you wouldn't have people calling out that you hired because you trusted them. I would have been a great sales lead. I know I would have been a great sales lead. And I would have delivered greatness to your company. But instead, you decided to treat me like shit and push me out the door. And again, the final reason I left the Palm Beach Zoo gift shop is a lack of trust. I could not trust anyone there, whether it was my boss, the managers, or the other employees. I couldn't trust them. There was only one employee that I could trust, and I'm still friends with that person to this day. Everybody else, nope, could never trust them. So those are the reasons why I personally left Palm Beach Zoo. Now I know there's going to be a lot of people that follow my YouTube channel and all my videos are like, why are you doing a video? You don't have to do a video on this. You've got a better job now. You're living a much better life. I understand all that, and I totally agree with that. However, the reason I am doing this video is to let everyone know what it was like for me to work there and why I ended up leaving. I know on my social media throughout the summer, I talked about how I loved working at the Palm Beach Zoo gift shop so much. But deep down, was I really happy? I don't think so. So this video is just proof that I didn't enjoy myself there. It was all basically I was wearing a mask, a facade, just to make $10 an hour and make money to take care of my tropical fish and buy food and put food on the table. That was it. But I had a talk with one of my family members, and he gave me some really solid advice. He said, you know, if you find yourself just going to work to make money, then I would rather be broke and be happy than just go work somewhere where you get treated like shit. So that really stuck with me. I was like, you know what? I'm not going to work for this place no more. So the day I decided that I quit, I ended up getting hired. So it worked out. It worked out in the better because I got hired for a much better job with much better pay. But this show could also be like what's the word I'm looking for? Motivation for other people that could be working at a job like I was at the Palm Beach Zoo. Maybe you're in a stressful job like that and you feel like you don't have an opportunity to leave. You do. All you have to do is make that move. All you have to do is quit and find a better job because nowadays there are other jobs out there. And if you show your true self in an interview and tell them, you know, I'm currently working for a job that treats me like crap, then they're probably going to sympathize with you and hire you. That's what I did in my interview. I told them how I felt, what was going on, and then I told them that I have great customer service. I'm a people person. I told them about my YouTube channel. They checked it out and they saw that I'm a real people person, and that's why I got the job. So, my advice to anybody that's in this situation that I was is be yourself. Don't ever let a job tell you that you can't make jokes or you can't do anything. Be yourself. Leave the situation that you're in. Never be afraid to quit because at the end of the day, if you continue to force yourself to be miserable, bad things are going to happen. If we look at all the mass shootings out there, I can guarantee you 99% of them, it was because they kept themselves in a situation that made them miserable and they started hating life. And when you hate life, you don't care about life anymore. That's why 99% of those mass shooters end up going on shooting sprees. It's because people like these terrible bosses and terrible coworkers cause you to get that way. Now, I'm not saying I condone those people that do that, but I can somewhat sympathize with some of their reasons of doing that. So that's basically, in a nutshell, why I ended up quitting. And I know a lot of people aren't going to be happy with this video, and I could accept that. But I just wanted to let you guys know where I was coming from. And sometimes I use this platform to vent. Now, I do have a message to my former boss because I know 100% for a fact that she's going to end up watching this because I know that friend that backstabbed me still has connections that in turn are going to watch this video. So I don't give a fuck. I'm just going to say it anyway. So here's my message to my former boss. You messed up big time. You lost what could have been your biggest asset. And I mean that literally. I could have helped grew your company and I could have helped made you even more money. In the short, 6 months that I was there, you already made over $8,000 in sales. And you know how high and ridiculous priced your plush and your toys are, but yet I was still able to make you over $8,000 in sales. That tells you how great of a customer service person I am. But again, you let it slide because you believed crap and you are what you believe. So I have great customer service skills, great people skills. I'm able to think and adjust on my feet. And most importantly, I have an open mind and an open schedule. But you don't need to know that anymore because I'm no longer coming back to you. And the last message for you is I don't know who was feeding you lies and all the bullshit. Well, I guess I do now. But regardless, as a boss, You're not supposed to pick sides. You're supposed to figure out what's going on and put an end to it. But you decided to pick sides. So, like you told me, take that as constructive criticism. So, that's everything that happened at the Palm Beach Zoo gift shop. That's my story, and that's what I'm sticking to. So, it's 100% truth. And now I'm never going to talk about the Palm Beach Zoo gift shop anymore because there's really nothing else to say except that I hated working there. But like I said, this has nothing to do with the Palm Beach Zoo. I love the Palm Beach Zoo, and I still have friends that I talk to every day. And as a matter of fact, they still report to me about things that are going on in the gift shop, but I really don't care anymore because I have a much better job now. So let's check out all the comments. I missed a lot of them because I was rambling on and on and on. So let's see. Enzo says shit show sounds right. Yes, it was 100% shit show. Shit show. Stand outside in the rain. Yes, that was crazy. I thought it was a joke at first. When they told me I had to stand outside in the rain for 30 minutes while they had to lock up shop. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? No, I'm not doing that. And I said that to that person that was in charge. I'm not standing outside in the rain. Why don't you go stand outside in the rain and get sick when the rain comes pouring down on you? I'm not doing that. I, as a boss myself, I would never ask an employee to go outside in the rain so that I could close up until my next boss comes in. I would never do that. And I think that is against the law for workers' violations. You're not supposed to keep them outside. And you're not supposed to be accusatory either. You're not supposed to make assumptions that they're thieves. So that was breaking the law there. Enzo says my Italian side would have popped out. You know, back in the day, in my early teenage years, it probably would have. Mine, I probably would have ended up in jail. I probably would have beaten the snot out of all of them. But nowadays, I've just learned that people are going to be people, and not all people are good people. But the best way to get revenge is to do things like this, a YouTube show, because most people are going to think that I'm blowing smoke out of my ass, but a majority of the people that know me are knowing that I'm telling the truth. And my friend Mad Cypress says, unbelievable. Yes, it is very, very unbelievable. And I can't believe that I pretended that I was happy there. I mean, I was happy interacting with all the guests and seeing the animals, especially the macaws and the tigers. But deep down, I was pissed off more and more and more and more each and every day. And it really pissed me off. And Enzo says, in the end, you made out awesome, buddy. Yes, I did. Now I have a much better paying job. I can afford things now, and I'm really, really happy. Enzo says I have to burn my Buccaneer shirt now. Enzo is a great friend of mine. He's on my bowling league. Um, and we're great friends. I'm glad that I met Enzo because he's a great man, and he's also Italian like me. So I'm very, very thankful for that. And you have a friend in Enzo. Yes, I do, and you have a friend in me as well. I like the zoo. I do too. I'm not saying that I'll never go there again. I will most likely for zoo lights, but I'll never step foot in the gift shop because if I do, you may see an Italian pop out of me, and I may end up cussing them out, and it's just not best. It's not best for business, as WWE would say. blowing, blowing smoke out of your ass. That is some gas, buddy. That's funny. Yes, I'm glad we met. Yeah, I would love to go to the zoo again. I was thinking about going for zoo lights because I heard zoo lights is this big thing. So we'll definitely have to go in the future for zoo lights. All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this show. Hopefully, you ended up getting a laugh out of it. Maybe you're all saying, "Man, that Alex Cardinale is one crazy son of a bitch, one crazy motherfucker." But sometimes they can be. If you get me upset enough, I can be the world's craziest man. But generally speaking, I'm a very nice, chill, relaxed person. It takes a lot for me to get upset. And that's what happened here. It took all those things to pile up to where I decided I had no better choice but to quit. And that's something that I don't like doing very often. I'm not a quitter. I don't like quitting, um, unless I'm playing PS4 and I'm losing in Madden or I'm losing in MLB The Show and I'm losing deeply. That's easy for me to quit. But in real life, things like this, it was very hard to quit. But I felt like I had no choice. And that's all I have to say about that. Enzo says, I hope we bowl Thursday. Not sure what's the weather. Yes, you're right. We're supposed to have a big hurricane. I hope so, because we're not going to be bowling on Thanksgiving. And if we don't bowl tomorrow, that means that next Thursday, I believe, would be the last week for 2 weeks that we can bowl. I don't know if they cancel tomorrow, do we make that week up, or is it just forgotten? Because this is my first time in a bowling league where weather can determine whether or not we bowl. But hopefully we do bowl on Thursday, because I want to bowl as good as I did last week. I love Madden too. I haven't played Madden in some years though. I have to get the new game. All right. Well, hopefully you all enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to share this video with your friends and hit that like button. And tomorrow we will be back to regular scheduled programming. So for everyone that asked why I left the Palm Beach Zoo gift shop, I hope you got your answer. I hope you all stay safe. For those of you who are in South Florida, stay safe, stay out of the hurricane's path if you can. And I will see you all on the next episode of Keeping It Real with Alex Cardinale. Thank you all for watching, and have a great night, everybody. It's time to be thankful and time to stuff our face with turkeys. It's Thanksgiving month, and I, legendary Alex Cardinale, will host the second annual Thanksgiving Bash live Thanksgiving Day at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific. Join me, legendary Alex Cardinale, for the 2022 Thanksgiving Bash live Thanksgiving Day, Thursday, November 24th, 11 a.m., 8 a.m. Pacific. I, legendary Alex Cardinale, will talk about what I'm thankful for this Thanksgiving. I'll discuss my favorite Thanksgiving foods and memories. Plus, there will be appearances by Chef Alex Cardinale and Aqua Alex Cardinale. I'm sure Chef Alex will help answer your last minute Thanksgiving questions, plus give out good Thanksgiving cooking tips, as well as help you prepare a delicious turkey on Thanksgiving Day. What tropical fish topics will Alex bring for Thanksgiving? You'll have to tune in to find out. Plus, legendary Alex Cardinale previews the NFL Thanksgiving football games and more. Gobble, gobble, gobble. Don't miss the Thanksgiving Day Bash live Thursday, November 24th, 2022, 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific, right here on YouTube channel, the legendary Alex Cardinale. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Go out and get those turkeys and tune in to the Thanksgiving Bash. Thursday, November 24th, 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific, right here on the legendary Alex Cardinale YouTube channel.